Hi, my name is Nikolai Dressbach, and I will be analyzing the episode of Black Mirror titled Hang the DJ. In this reflection, I'll explore the nuances and themes of the episode, drawing on what we have learned so far in our studies, and I will connect the components of this episode to the theories of critical theory and biopower. The main crux of critical theory is understanding how it uses its theory and how culture, power structures, and economics are seen in the grand schemes of society. When it comes to biopower, that can be seen as controlling a person's body through regulations by the government, or even through the application used on a computer or smartphone. The episode does a great job of showing how the dating app uses itself to regulate dating, intimacy, and physical connection. The show follows both characters, Frank and Amy. The premise of the episode is that they are living in a dystopian-style future. They are using a dating app that has a predetermined model of when the couple will no longer be together. This is known as the system. It is seen as the antagonist of the episode. With critical theory, it is shown to us of having a power structure that is normal and generally accepted in society. What immediately jumps out to the viewer is that the system is basically taking away our individuality to choose freely away from us. This actually shows a state of control that the system is using by collecting responses, decisions, and behaviors before making a final match. When we open up to the first scene of this episode, we see Frank is using his dial for the dating app to set him up with a match. He meets Amy at the restaurant that has been chosen for them, and it is clearly stated by both of them that this is the first time they have used the app. Amy notices immediately that the counter is counting down their relationship. The two of them have a date together. It's a nice date, and then it is told that they need to go to the place. So they get into a Waymo-style vehicle that takes them to the place, where they will spend time together with each other. When Amy goes to use the bathroom, she asks the device what they are supposed to do. Frank asks the same question, and the system tells him that people have free choice of what they want to do, and that it's his decision. What can easily be told by this is the biopower of the system, and how it had already set up a place for them to be together, while trying to play coy about them having the choice of whatever they want to do. In reality, the system has already predetermined how their relationship will be. When they wake up in the morning, the dial starts beeping, which means the end of their date. And they both holding hands before leaving in their Waymo-style cars. The system is shown systematically as it's known how to find the perfect match. And how it does it is through the numerous dating opportunities the two have over the course of using the system. This can be related to current society, how governments will try to impose their way of thinking on society and the citizens they represent. The system also has what it's called is pairing day, which means one day they will randomly get a beep and be told after all their dating that they have found their perfect match. So, what is critical theory? Critical theory is about questioning who holds power in society and how that power is maintained. It is most noticeable through institutions, the media, and technology. In this case of the episode, it would be the system. Biopower is a concept from Michel Foucault that builds on critical theory. It describes how modern systems like our governments, schools, and yes, even dating apps, which regulate our lives, bodies, and behaviors. Instead of the use of physical force, It tries to control through norms, rules, and data. This can be seen as biopower using governance of life itself, which can be seen as normal. Halfway through the episode, after Frank and Amy have gone through new relationships, well, Frank has one relationship, and Amy has dated 3 different guys. Neither is very happy with the relationships they've been in, and end up being rematched together for another date. They are surprised to see each other once again, and being matched up once again. This time, the date goes well. Again, Amy asks Frank not to look at the system to see their expiration date. The philosophy of this is intriguing because they go over the philosophy of how it's torture in a sense, to know when they are no longer going to be together. This shows a clear example of biopower and what it really means. The system knows when, how long, and under what conditions they should be together. They do make love for the first time when they go back to the room, or the place, while still not having looked at the device as to when the relationship will end. The system, though, disciplines people by teaching them how to love, how long to love, and when to move on. Frank and Amy's desire for each other is undermined by the system's authority. When they secretly check the expiration date of their match, a rebellious act, their time together immediately begins to shrink. It's a punishment for disobedience, showing how the system enforces emotional discipline. This is pretty much quite a parallel to the real world, as dating apps such as Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge. It focuses on who you swipe right, who you swipe left, which also has the algorithm to match you with people that it feels you're more in tune with and who you can match with. And just like in the episode, users often trust the system, even when they're frustrated by it. Towards the end of the episode, Frank looks at the expiry date, which says 5 years, but then starts punishing him and goes to 3 weeks. Frank admits to Amy that he has looked at the device, which upsets her. Frank and Amy's decision to escape is a powerful symbol of human agency, a refusal to be governed by a machine. However, the twist ending complicates this. It is discovered that they have been in a simulation the whole time, which Amy earlier in the episode alluded to when she was talking with Frank as they walked through a park. Soon, they discovered that their rebellion was actually designed to prove their compatibility. It was not outside the system. It was a part of it. This illustrates Foucault's idea that even resistance can be absorbed by power, used as data, processed, and reintegrated. What's most fascinating is that the system gives users the illusion of choice, but everything is orchestrated. The rebellion at the end, when Frank and Amy decide to escape, feels empowering. But we later learned that even when they did the resistance, it was all part of that algorithm's test. This raises questions about whether free will is even possible under such systems, or whether our behavior is just another variable in a data set. Ultimately, Hang the DJ challenges us to think critically about how technology governs our personal lives. Through the lens of biopower, we see that the dating system is not just helping, it's controlling, under the appearance of optimization. Amy and Frank's journey shows the tension between freedom and control, data and desire, love and programming. It's a reminder that technology doesn't just reflect human behavior, it shapes it. Overall, I really enjoyed the episode. I even met my fiance, my future wife. We're getting married next month. We met through a dating app, and watching an episode like this was interesting. I think societal norms, it's quite common. People meet through this way. it did make me question how the algorithms work now, and did some research on that and found that they do use algorithms. So when you're swiping left, right, can ultimately pair you with someone that's your match. And that's kind of what this episode really describes, and it makes you question how it works. But at the end, I think the ultimate message is you always have free will, and that you don't have to succumb to your algorithm or whatever else, however you want to say it. And I just want to thank you for watching. I hope the analystness helped you, and I hope you go and see Hang the DJ. It's on Netflix. It's season 4, episode 4 of Black Mirror. And maybe just think twice before you open up a dating app. Thank you.